Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage. Dana White gives highlight on UFC 295. Did you catch the UFC's 30th anniversary show? It was an absolute banger. During the show, Alex Pereira played a beast role. Incredibly, he collected the UFC light heavyweight belt with a knockout victory over Jiri Prochazka. And get this, he's now the 9th UFC fighter ever to rock belts in 2 different weight classes. That's some serious history in the making. But wait, there's more. In the co-main event, Tom Aspinall was on fire, taking only 69 seconds to knock out Sergey Pavlovich and claim the interim UFC heavyweight title. After all that action, Dana White did not hold back from representing his thoughts. During his discussion with the media, he spills the beans on Pereira and Aspinall and mentions what's next for the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. Now here's the juicy part. When someone asked if Pereira's win at UFC 295 puts him in the Hall of All-Time Greats, Dana White didn't give a straight answer. He kinda hesitated, pointing out that Pereira's UFC journey is still in its early chapters. "I don't know about an all-time great, but it's incredibly impressive what he's done in a short amount of time," White said. "We'll see what he does next." So when Jamahal Hill is back in action, his fight brings the heat to a whole new level. Now onto Prochazka. The dude had a heart-to-heart with Joe Rogan after the fight. He straight up admitted he was out of it, and the stoppage in his scrap with Pereira was totally on the money. And what's the plan for Prochazka? Dana's playing it smart. He's giving the guy some time to patch up and heal. Both of those guys stepping up, taking it on short notice, both big heavy hitters. It could have gone either way and Aspinall got it, White said. "What he's shown so far has been unbelievable. I can't wait to see what's next." Later on, Dana White had to say about Aspinall. He's all pumped up about it.
To have a heavyweight champion in the UK who is a bad dude and legit, and everybody around him claims that he's that good, and he's a great guy, great personality. It's a home run.
All in all, the heavyweight scene just got even more exciting. Can't wait to see what unfolds next in the octagon. The last stylebender teases the next big matchup for Alex Pereira. Recently, Alex Pereira asked Adesanya to fight for the light heavyweight title after his win at UFC 295. But on the other side of the coin, Adesanya doesn't seem too excited about it. During his fight interview, Pereira had some words on this issue. "I know that I'm not going to do what he did to me and make me fight 3 times to fight him at middleweight," Pereira said in his post-fight interview. "I know it's a guy we have a lot of history. I want to make this fight happen. Adesanya, come to daddy." Do you know about Adesanya's response to Pereira's call-out? Pereira dressed up as Elsa from Frozen, and Adesanya's just reliving his KO win over him at UFC 287. "Let it go," Adesanya wrote. Certainly, Adesanya lost his middleweight title to Strickland and is taking a very long break until 2027. Interestingly, Pereira thinks it's a waste, but Adesanya's not into the light heavyweight gold idea. He's betting on Pereira facing Jamahal Hill next. "The fact that it sits with him, it hurts his spirit. I like it," Adesanya said on his YouTube channel. But yeah, he did it, in that same arena, getting that belt again. "I think Jamahal Hill is probably next for him, but I know for a fact it hurts his spirit, which I like." What did he say? "Come to daddy." "It's like NA last time I checked, you were effing slept. But it's all good. You know what? I wonder if I will ever see him on the golf course." As the verbal jabs continue, fight fans are left wondering if this matchup will finally materialize. Will Adesanya brave the move up to the light heavyweight division, or will Pereira's call-out be left hanging in the air? Stay tuned, guys. Dana White vs. Jon Jones beef. There is another shot of Dana White and his no-nonsense attitude. See, he is clear on one thing: no co-promoting with other promotions. Now, remember when Dana said Francis Ngannou would never set foot in the UFC again? Yeah, he meant it. And today, Dana's playing the revisionist history card, and the MMA media's kinda letting him slide. In his chat, he stated that despite efforts to negotiate with Jon Jones for a heavyweight title fight, the UFC had to move on, and Derek Lewis, having defeated Francis Ngannou and performing well in recent showdowns, deserved the opportunity, with Jones welcome to return when ready. "We tried to work with Jon, and we eventually have to move on, because realistically, and in all honesty, Derek Lewis is the guy who deserves the fight," White said at the time. Derek Lewis is a heavyweight. He beat Francis Ngannou. He's looked good in his last couple of fights. He's ranked in the top 3, I think, and he deserves the fight. That's the fight that should happen. We'll just roll and do what we do. When Jon's ready, he'll let us know. Moreover, the hype for Ngannou versus Jones just won't die down. And now there's this idea floating around. Experts like Luke Thomas are throwing it out there that the UFC could team up with PFL to make the fight happen. It's like a why not moment in the making. "I'm not interested in that," said White at his UFC 295 post-fight press conference, video provided by MMA Fighting. "We tried to make that fight. They didn't want to do it. It's done. He doesn't fight here anymore. I'm not interested." Dana White loaned Chuck Liddell to Pride FC in 2003, but after that, he didn't want to team up with other organizations. Because of this, fight fans missed the chance to see Fedor Emelianenko in the UFC, and potential big fights with Randy Couture or Brock Lesnar never happened. Later on, even Dana felt like maybe he should have done things differently. Surely the MMA drama continues, both in and out of the cage. Hollywood royalty faces off with UFC Powerhouse. The buzz about Kim Kardashian and Francis Ngannou is still in the air. Rumor has it they might be a thing, but no one spilled the beans for real. You know, Kim feels compatible with the guy who went toe-to-toe with Tyson Fury. And get this, social media went wild when Kim supposedly said she hopes to visit Cameroon one day. Additionally, she's talking about feeling his energy and being all compatible. True Boxing News is dishing out the deets of the situation, although Ngannou's fans are shouting, "Stay focused, champ." Reportedly, on November 9th, Kim had some words about the man who went up against Tyson Fury. "I am compatible with former UFC boxer Francis Ngannou. I feel his energy within me. I think that one day, I will have the pleasure of visiting Cameroon, Francis's hometown," Kim added. Hold up, the plot thickens. Kim and Francis are under dating rumors, but guess who's in the mix? The Sun's pointing fingers at Miesha Tate, an MMA fighter. Miesha, also known as Cupcake, got into MMA during her uni days when a friend dragged her to a club. Neither Kim nor Francis spilled the beans on what's up. Fast forward to April 2022, these two fighters cross paths at the UFC Performance Institute in Vegas. Miesha even drops an adorable pic of Francis chilling with her kids. Interesting, isn't it? What's your take on this MMA love triangle? McGregor targets Khabib's late father. You won't believe what's happening in the MMA world. Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov are at it again. Well, Usman Nurmagomedov, the Bellator lightweight champ, had his win flipped to a no contest because of a failed drug test. The California State Athletic Commission gave him a 6-month ban and slapped a $50,000 fine on him, because this guy tested positive for some mystery banned substance right before his main event at Bellator 300 in October. I am not one bit surprised upon hearing another of the Nurmagomedov team testing positive for steroids. "Hypocrites of the highest order," McGregor tweeted in response to Usman's drug test result. Conor McGregor isn't just poking the bear, he's throwing the whole forest at Khabib Nurmagomedov. In a follow-up post, he went next level, bringing up Khabib's faith and even making an out-of-line comment about his late father. Particularly, Conor hit the no-chill button. MMA Twitter exploded, and people are calling him out left and right. He added, "Steroids are haram. The shame of Allah hangs over the Nurmagomedov clan. Cheaters. Abdulmanap is doing tumbles in his grave." After that, Usman Nurmagomedov, the one who got the ban, finally broke his silence on social media. Certainly, he is swearing up and down that he's not a drug cheat. He's trying to spin it, saying it was just a lapse in judgment. I would like to comment on the latest news on my suspension. The 25-year-old wrote in a post to his Instagram followers. Essentially, Usman explains that the substance found in his test came from medications prescribed to him by a doctor. In other words, he's saying the medicine caused the positive result. So, how do you see this unfolding drama? A mere spectacle or a critical juncture in the sport's integrity? Alright guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one. Until then, goodbye.